Those are nice pieces. You have room for them. Great storage pieces. I don't even know if I can get them open. Oh, I can't get them open. On either side. Neat though. Neat pieces. Oh, we're in the barn. Oh, look at it.
If you go look through that back gate, there's a whole bunch of those international scouts 4x4. The whole field of busted ones out there. Screwed up and crashed and busted. They're going to sell those too?
That's a nice price. Oh my. Look at that. That's beautiful. Yeah.
Does it lift?
Well, it probably does if you got the sewing machine on top of it. Got an old Victorian dress there. That's cute. It has glass in it. You don't need those curtains. That's in great shape. That's a nice sized piece. It's a no painter. Red boxes. That's a red one. That's some nice pieces of furniture.
Yeah.
Neat little.
Is that flamingos? Almost?
Yeah, almost
like a flamingo.
Almost. Holy cow, look at those slabs of glass. Holy cow, that's cute. Nice little piece. What's that little cupboard up there? Just a little cupboard.
Be careful with that though. This just drops to nothing. Yeah, I know, it needs two of them.
Stand with some metal carts here. Some bird houses. Oh, that's neat. What a neat little birdhouse. What is that?
That was a piece of ginger cabinet.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Holy
I think these are wine. Yeah.
Wine.
These self-sealed.
Interesting. Great shape. Is it fake drawers on the bottom?
I don't know. Well, sticky.
They're sticky. Hasn't been opened and closed for a while.
Lock on the side.
No, I doubt whether they still have the key. I think those are just fake. Yeah, look at that checkerboard. That's neat. That's cute. T-card. Does this lift?
There's cars all the way around.
Uh-oh, we might be taking home furniture today. That's cute. Nice, great size, great paint job. You want that in the living room, you said? Is that the chair you want now? Just needs a footrest. Huh?
No, it's leather with
Yeah. That little stool's oh, I would have thought it spinned. I would want it to spin. There's a couple sleds. Sleighs. Horse-drawn sleighs. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Would be nice if he had something, but oh,
stained glass.
Oh, stained glass.
Pieces. There's some picks and stuff here.
Some dental picks. Somebody did some kind of crafting, huh? Look at the TV. Oh my gosh. And nope, you don't mount it to the wall. Oh my gosh. Funny. Look at that. Wouldn't that be handy to scoot around in? It's even got the nice padded.
You need that for the yard.
You kind of do. Chris's new play toy. That would just be fun. Some cast iron, which always sells well. That is huge. It's a lodge.
Yeah, it's just generic, but it's big.
Killed my first mosquito already. Oh, you haven't got a number yet? Mosquito Haven, we already sprayed ourselves with off. So we're at an auction again today, surprised, but it is around lake and this property is farm surrounded by swamp area. The mosquitoes, holy calito. We've already sprayed ourselves, so there's that. Things you do to buy stuff. Welcome to Rod's Garage. Oh, there's a couple little Ford. Oh, I think Chris likes this one. That one's nice. That was a niceness collection. Just looking at all. Oh, we got some vintage bulbs. Jars. Lots of cigar maybe. True box. He's cute. Blue Pyrex. Tina on this. Pretty color. This metal. I like the crow. Oh yeah, bends. These are always fun. They do sell, actually. Just mesmerizing. We can just stand here and watch it now. It's a little base there. It's an old photo. Full. Oh my gosh, it's full. This will go high. These kind of photos go high. I like that. It's just neat.
Mm-hmm.
It's pottery. Not signed. Huh.
That's stone.
Oh. Pampered chef.
Yeah. Mostly.
It's neat though.
It's heavy.
Yeah. The way to organize there.
Glass.
Oh, look at the toffee.
Yeah.
That patina. Oh, that color is pretty. Holy glass.
Is it?
Yeah, it's too bright in here. So it's, let's see if you can see it. It's a dragon candle holder that, yes, as Chris said, has been well loved. Pretty cool because it's metal. Those are pens.
Nice set on a big board.
Shells are pretty amazing. Don't know what you do with them. What is that?
It's a screwdriver.
It's the What is that? A screwdriver. Is there a whole set of them, or just
No,
the one?
just that one.
I guess you have to look in the boxes because they're as is with stuff in them. Some stuff. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then this is maybe the plate, or I don't know.
No, those are probably for above lights.
They're still pretty cool. These are so cool. Cast iron. Here's a cute little piece. And then another cast iron piece. Oh my gosh, so it's trimmed wood. And then, oh my gosh.
Look at how big it is.
That would sell. Oh my gosh, look at that eye. Is it not realistic?
Another ones.
Got lots of tack, but these are more writing. So the big barn that we are in right now, apparently they had a riding stable. So
Well, they would put mirrors up there so you could judge your style too, how you did.
yeah, so it's a huge riding arena. So there's a lot, like riding tack, not necessarily like Western tack that I would probably buy, but it's nice because we won't be in the sun today. The skeeters are terrible, but we won't be in the sun. More riding style. Lots of that kind of stuff.
English
English? I'm
without
not,
the horn in the front.
I'm not a horse rider. It's a little crock. You never know. Oh. Chris, show you what's in here. Looks like some planters. That's.
Got the spider on it
Oh,
too.
there's a face one down there though. Oh, that's fun.
We got a crack
Is he cracked?
right there.
Or is that how he's made?
It might have been in the firing.
Stained glass?
Yep.
So I don't know much about artwork, so you just have to go with what you would like. I like that black and white one. It's got a glare on the side. I'm not going to be able to get off the glare. That's pretty cool though. Oh, that one's cool to look at. It's been kissed. It's a cool little graphics on that. I just go with what I think looks pretty. The birds are nice and fluffy and pretty. Look at the pulleys. Little beagles, little owl. Well, I think it was somebody's photography. Look at U.S. mail, wagon wheel, some more horses. Yeah, it's all pretty neat. That's pretty cool. The old cabin that's red.
I think they use them for
Dirt. One says dirt. And what's the other one say if you turn it? It's dirt.
dirt.
I like that. I like those.
They're heavy.
Yeah, it feels like your garden. That'd be nice and Chris will dig out the tins. You never know. There could be that rare marshmallow tin. Is there something in it? It looks
No.
like a. I don't know what it looks like.
It's type E.
It's film. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, film. Bye with my little eyes. And dear got a box. Some little ones. I don't know if I want all this in that box, but I like these little terracotta pots and some bird. There's an owl. I think it's an owl. I'll have to go around the other side. There. We had to get back around to what this is. It's an owl. Oh, on a big
Piece of wood.
piece of wooded knotty thing is pretty cool. Some old paintbrushes.
So you see those? Says that
They're
one.
so fluffy. Mechanics. Maybe a homemade or. I spied this guy. He's got a bee's nest in his mouth. He's been hanging somewhere. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, I like the graphics on it, the shark. I'm glad I don't have to pick that up if we get it. That's huge.
You might have to because I'll be bidding on stuff and you gotta meet the CEO.
So will he look into the box? Yes, he will, because he has plans. Oh, what's this?
You got these two.
Not this one? These, because of the way
The
these are?
butterflies.
Oh, butterflies? Is that what they're called? Butterflies.
Still got the
I like
front.
that one better.
This is an older one.
It's older, and even with the broken mirror, it doesn't matter. Usually all the tools will be sold with it. And then a lovely little thing, a little enamel where picture in the middle of all the tools. You just never know. Shape of this fan. It's all metal too, it's not even plastic.
Yeah.
So you got the older one, the fun little color. That's a fun color. But I like the shape. It's all metal though. So I like both of those.
On the Martha Smooth.
Nice.
You want to know where the lumber is? I'll tell you where the lumber is.
Look at these. They're just little side tables. What are they? Are they wood?
Yeah.
Is it attached?
Mm-hmm.
That's got somebody's.
It's screwed onto the
That
bottom.
is odd. Does the other one have the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, they're screwed on.
That is weird. But
Maybe it's a DVD of how we did it.
I don't know. The tables they're neat. Neat little tables. They get that to spin, and then Chris touches it, and then he got it to spin. Show off. So look at the other. This is a better angle of these sleighs. Oh my gosh! Look at the paint job on there. Though we're not going to be coming home with one of these today by any means, but I wish we could. Oh my gosh, just cool pieces. Oh, and then that one's a little bit on the padded side. I think they would clean up. Well, got some brokenness. Somebody who knew what they were doing could definitely restore these. And I hope they do. Looking at signs, we need to make sure that they are older, like this one appears to be. Because of the backing, they make so many reproductions now. So, gotta look for that. So we found in the middle of all it. First found it
So,
for red.
If you,
Oof. He's hot.
I'm 93, 92.
What am I?
93. Let's see if you hold it out like this.
You can detect
See how
the
it's showing
windows.
the roof is hotter.
Yeah, that's cool. Like a play toy. So cool. Of course, he's noticing that. I'm noticing the wooden pieces and the random flower frog that's just in the middle of nowhere. And this cool box that has all these drill bits in it. But you never know what you come home with.
180. 180. 190. 190. 200. 210. 210. 200 bid of 10, 10, 200 bid of 10, 10, 200 bid of 10. Thank you for your bids. $200 bill, bought it number. What's your number? 146. Now I got this here dog armchair and this armchair here. You better give me. Pick out what you want. You give me $100, all that lumber. 50.
Okay, so why every weekend we do this to ourselves? Chris finds an auction, and then we.
And then Yvonne finds that we need to buy everything.
What? And then we fill the van. Good thing we don't have a bigger vehicle.
You know, somebody did suggest we get a trailer also.
That must have been you. That wouldn't have been me.
No, one of your viewers.
Oh, yep. Everything. Not the kitchen sink. We didn't get the kitchen sink today, but we've got a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, the thrill of auctions. I think that's what has Chris and I addicted. Is like you see pictures on Auction Zip of what the auctioneer posts that he thinks will entice people to come to an auction. And today we actually didn't get either of those two pieces that enticed us to go to this auction. They weren't like, they had the awe factor in the picture, and then when you actually saw them, you're like, well, I would go this much for it because it's this, and that. Or the barista cabinet was a little bit worse for where it was. And a lot of times barista cabinets are kind of like pieced and part together in a homemade piece, but it was missing metal. And then once you started picking it apart, you're like, if I can get it for this price and sell it low, then that's one thing. If not, then I'm just going to pass it by. So yes, the little like desk, almost like a spool cabinet, is why we went, and the barista cabinet is why we went. And I love farm auctions. Oh my goodness. There's something about a farm auction that just, I don't know, there's just so many treasures to be found. I had no idea that it was going to be a horse arena. So I guess she was an artist. I love the history of finding out. So I met one of her friends there at the auction. And so she was an artist. She made all the bridles. I'm not sure about the saddles or not, but I know she made all the bridles. So some of the leather work that was there and the cool little devices that were there, she used to make things, and she loved to buy artist pieces. So she really had an artist eye, and then to be able to be in that arena during the auction and not be out of the sun, this Ginger was happy about that. Mosquitoes, though, even though they weren't on the lake, it's a swampy area, so luckily we always carry sunscreen and bug spray in our car. So as soon as you get out of the car, that's how I'm like, usually I'm trying to do my intro then, but mosquitoes. So there's that. So you just got the intro a little bit on the later side, but some good treasures to be found. Sometimes you can get a whole bunch of smalls. Sometimes you get a whole bunch of larges. I really didn't go expecting to bring a whole bunch of furniture home, but the next thing you know, I kind of did. And then just a few unique smalls. The crowd was there bidding, so you have to decide what you think you can resell it for, or if you're going to keep it for your own home. Because remember, at an auction, just like any secondhand place that you're buying from, not only are there resellers, but there's collectors and people trying to decorate their own homes with these pieces. So with that being said, Chris isn't going to be with us today. He's putting some hardware on some furniture that I just painted for the other channel. So this is Sunday morning. We bright and early devotions, and then get ready to go restock our booth. Chris cooked a little bit on the Blackstone, so we're a little bit later. And I wanted to get him. He does the hardware so much better and evenly than I do. I get kind of stressed when I have a lot of hardware to do, so I'm glad that we can team up together and do that. But anyway, let me share with you what we got today or yesterday at the auction, because it ended up being, usually we are done 2:30 at an auction. We have time to go to like a visiting antique mall, but this one, there was so much stuff. And it all depends. Some auctioneers will group it all together and try to sell it, and some auctioneers will piece it apart. And this was one of those times where he pieced everything almost separately to sell it separately. So it was like 5 o'clock. Oh, that made it a very late day. So anyway, the first couple things I did get the terracotta, because I'm attracted to terracotta, these little faces. You can definitely take the feathers out. You don't have to keep the feathers in there. I probably had some tissue paper in there. I'd probably sell like this, clean it out, take the air compressor to blow that out, and that's how I would sell this beautiful. The face, like faces like that usually go high. So this crowd just wasn't into faces. I usually have never been able to touch faces before. And even just in the terracotta, those face mugs, ugly face mugs, ugly face jugs. If you've ever Googled those go for quite a bit of money. So I was actually impressed that I got that. And then my next one is gonna kind of gross you out for a second. I've got some cleaning to do. I'm sorry you have to see this. I haven't cleaned him yet. Yeah, he has mud dabbers, paper wasp. He's filled with some wasps. They're all dormant and dead. So I have to clean him up. I'm just going to give you a quick look at him, and nobody wanted to touch him. But like I said, they're dead. He's super heavy. He's super heavy. I'll show a picture after I get him all cleaned up, y'all. But yeah, I as a flipper, a picker, you can't be weak. The things that we have to deal with, they don't clean things. They're just there to resell things. That's their job. They're just there to resell things. I did pick up this beautiful magnifying glass because it was brass and the aged patina was amazing on it. Oh my goodness. So you tighten it up. Just a great decor piece. It has some age, y'all. I can't read that tag because I don't have my readers on, but it's a beautiful magnifying glass, brass, heavy, nice aged piece. I did get the bends, the Big Ben clocks. This one, look at the color of that one. I know it's chippy, but it's green. And then there's this other Ben clock. Beautiful. I love the metal, and I love these are a little bit, I think, older and more retro. And then there was actually three of them. This one is cracked, so it'll probably go in my own collection. I'll see if I can fix the glass a little bit. You can see where they had some tape on it, and it's picking up my ring light. But that's okay. I'll put it in my own collection. I don't mind. And there was this extra little clock in there. I know nothing about it. I'm sure it has a little bit of age, just like a plastic of some sort. But it's just a cute clock. I'm always attracted to stained glass. So then there were these stained glass pieces that are actually, if you look inside, they're kaleidoscope. So you would see the marble. This one's got a little crack on it, but still, still cool pieces. You can almost, in the camera, you can almost see it, can't you? Can you see that one? This one doesn't have as big of a hole, but you could, however I'm doing that one, you can see them. Huh, neat. Very neat. Yeah, you can see the pretties inside. Another aged brass piece was this beautiful turtle trinket box. He had a couple littles in him, little pewter doggy. And then there was another little pewter doggy in him, but I was going for this cute little trinket turtle box. We're coming into the season. I don't know if crows ever have a season, but especially Halloween coming up. I did have to fight for this one a little bit. I have a dollar amount that I would only go to, and I wasn't quite there yet, so I thought he was a beautiful crow. And the old canister is a Monarch canister. It's got the lion on there. I bought a lot from an auction a while ago. I think I just have a couple pieces left that I put on eBay of the Monarch. So I didn't know that they had something in glass, and I love that aged metal. Older jars, canisters do well, especially if they have graphics on it. And then I have to wash it because you can tell this was the sugar jar. Now this is a newer piece. I think you can still get it off Amazon, but I have sold ones like this. So it's just one of those mesmerizing, trying to get the ring light out. that the sand will just work down, and people enjoy them. So like I said, it's plastic. It's nothing terribly fancy, but it's just a nice piece. Look at the beautiful patina on this copper. Do you think it was copper? Watering can. It is gorgeous. I think it has a little bit of age on it when I Google lensed it. It's always hard to find the exact match on pieces like this. I think they're all kind of handcrafted a little bit differently. But the colors, oh my goodness, I need to learn how to do a little bit more greens with my patinas. Oh, it's beautiful. I guess that means it's time to play. I think I have some metal I can play with. So these vintage skateboards sell well. Great graphics on this one. I don't know if I've ever seen graphics. I picked them up in different conditions, but never with graphics like this on there. If it would have had the original Nash sticker, the last one like that sold for $165. So this is like $60, $70 range in this condition. I just need to clean it up. Beautiful skateboard. I got this vintage sign. It's not new. It's not a Hobby Lobby piece. It's the nice heavy metal. And of course it has to do with trains. So usually anything to go do with trains sells well. But you couldn't really find any comps on it. So maybe, because usually signage I don't ever get because I get outbid. And maybe it's because like when I Googled it, it kept coming up for rules for dating my daughter. So it has something to do with like maybe people couldn't check out the price. And I thought, well, if it goes, I will go ahead and grab it. But I thought it was a great sign. And then I picked up this other railroad sign. There again, it's not new. It's heavy. It doesn't go terribly high. This one I did find on eBay. So there's that. I can pop a picture and what it resells for. But as long as I'm at least doubling my money back, I'll take the chance. Okay, you've seen some of this other. I picked this little caddy up because I need a new caddy for my shop. So enamelware, black and white. I love that, like you can stick magnets to it because I do that with my little scraper. So I love that little caddy. This, I don't even think I bid on this, but it came with something that I got along with this little tobacco tin, random pick in the tools, the middle of a flower frog, and then this little parts caddy, Chris called it, or the guy used it for a parts caddy. I'm not really sure. So then we have this piece that Chris, I thought he was buying for himself. So yes, we'll pop on and share that with you, what this is. This to resell.
It's a thermal imaging, so it tells you the heat of something.
There you go.
The outside of the candle is 130 degrees. And then if you go on the wall...
The wall's not well insulated, is that what you're trying to say?
It's 90 degrees in here. But we haven't had the air conditioner on today.
Go in front of the
See
air
what the air conditioner is?
Yes, let's go play. Oh.
What's cool too is you look at it from a distance.
And you can tell that it's cooling off.
Oh, it's blowing out a lot of cold air in that one spot.
It's a new toy. Oh yeah, so it's not red.
Yeah. So the air coming out of the air conditioner is about 60 degrees.
And you bought it to resell?
Yes.
Maybe. Well, because it was new and it was all in box.
Yeah, it's new in the box, and they sell for, what was it, $800?
$750, yeah, somewhere around there.
And it's got all the plugins for it.
And the instructions, so that was a good deal. All in the box. That's good when you're for these kind of items. It's better to have all that
Got all the paperwork with
to
it.
resell it on eBay.
The charging system. I don't know if that's for European charging, maybe.
I don't know. Direct charging, maybe. I don't know.
It's even got the SD card for it.
Yeah, it's got a USB.
Yep, so you can plug it in.
I don't think they ever ended up
Yeah, I
using
think
it.
this is all for different countries. You'd plug it
You all
into.
that are from different countries, let us know, because we have no idea. I'm not going to mess with all the instructions. He's just happy that it's all in the box. These are amazing. Yes, they have been used for what they were supposed to be used for, dirt. Oh, that green. Oh my goodness. And they are super heavy. Like you can see some sun faded. Who cares? They are well made, good metal. Well, good metal. Good metal. We got to clean the dirt out of them. Oh my goodness, y'all. That green, the dirt. Yeah, I fought a little bit for these also. But I think I could definitely get my money back. I don't have a potting table like that, but oh, loved them. Then I got some terracotta for like a couple bucks. So the planter and the base went together for $2. That was another $2. I was happy to find some big terracotta. And this whole basket will have to go through because I told y'all we got some furniture. So all that stuff was in this enamel topped table, which I thought was, I love this little detail on it. It is definitely worse for wear, but that's what they are. They were work tables, they were kitchen tables, they were like a lot. I think people used them as islands. So your prep station, you're doing vegetables when you're canning. It's a beautiful table. Got a glass knob and a little metal piece on there that no longer says anything, but other than making sure everything's secure, I'll leave it as is. All day long, people were sitting in this little chair that I picked up for $2. Chippy goodness, I'm not going to do anything to that chair. I'm just going to make sure that everything is secure, that doesn't need glued. And I think somebody will love that as is. You all look at that patina. I'm trying to match that patina with my milk paint. So I'm leaving it all alone. And like I said, all day long, people were sitting on that chair. So I knew it was sturdy. We missed out on there was 2 green ones of these metal chairs. We didn't get those because they went higher than what we can resell them for. But this one, Chris thinks he can sandblast. I think he has the sandblaster all hooked up now. So he's going to try to sandblast that one and we will get it repainted. And look it's a mini wash tub, like like they would have the animals would have drank out. It was probably their horse water trough, but I love that it was mini because I have one that is larger. So I did get that because nobody wanted it. And then a couple galvanized. I can't look at that rusty, crusty. Good. I've never seen one so rusty, and I love it. That one will stay with me, and that one will probably get resold in our outdoor booth. And then this little swivel is new, but it's adorable. I couldn't get it to swivel when I was doing it, and of course Chris touched it and got it to swivel. I was probably turning it the wrong way. But I did get that, as you see, because I think somebody would love that. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Look at these. Look at these. They are just little side decor tables. I guess you could use them as a plant stand. And these little tables spiked everybody's interest because of the way they were painted, how beautiful they were painted. And you'd probably look at them thinking, oh my gosh, they're mass produced pieces. And then you pick them up and you're like, what? Why is there a DVD on the bottom of this piece? So I just happened to be standing next to a lady who was friends with the owner, and she said these were one of her last pieces she bought before she passed, and she had waited quite a while for them to be finished and be sent to her, which meant they were hand painted, hand done pieces. So I'll share with you what was on the video, and it wasn't anything nasty. Don't worry. You kind of like, what? So,
Big Hero 8.
oh, I like Big Hero 8. I don't know the last time we used a DVD player. Okay, you're gonna see with us what's on here. We're thinking it's the artist design, the artist painting this hand. Yeah, there you go. It's the artist design of hand painting these pieces.
Well, as you saw in the picture, they actually do this video, but they mount it to the bottom of the tray or the table.
So yes, you can purchase them on Amazon, but it's a custom special order, just like a third party selling. So yeah, these are attached to the bottom of these tables that I bought today, showing it how they're handmade using a lathe. But yes, they were beautiful, handcrafted, handmade with a story pieces. And I love that they put the little DVD at the bottom, whether it's a ploy to sell them or not. I popped onto Amazon because that's where it showed that you could buy them from, which they show that they're currently unavailable. But they're ones that you ordered, that each one is a little bit different. It's not all made the same. So cool. So I got two. When they were selling them at auction, it's, you know, like you bid up to whatever. And I gave $45 a piece for these. But they resell, what was it, $125, $145, brand new. And they are brand new. I mean, nothing has even sat on these two. So, oh my gosh, just beautiful, beautiful work. You just have to respect the craftsmanship that goes into pieces like this. So it was nice to see that on the video. And yes, this one has a DVD on the bottom of it too. Since you could see these in the background, I picked up this little tea cart, $2. Nobody wanted it. The wheel's kind of wonky. And then this is how the tray rests on it. I'm excited about it because I'm like, oh, ooh, project piece. I love project pieces. My next three are not project pieces. Other than we are going to decide probably to take this off. It's a hard decision, but that's so, but it's a beautiful cabinet, which I think will show better being emptied. Other than the, I mean, this is always a personal taste if you want that, but you can see it's all stained up. Just a cute little cabinet. Got a little drawer. We got a little drawer. Oh, a little drawer that needs to be cleaned out. Sometimes the tag is in there. Nope, that would. Sometimes people leave like the receipt in the pieces that they buy, so I was kind of curious if any of that paperwork was that. Look at the detail on this piece. Oh, hello, you are beautiful. So this is definitely an older little cabinet, great for displaying little items, when little ironstone pitchers or marmalade or English crockery looks so good in there, some jadeite. Oh, beautiful. That's just a beautiful piece. Yet again, I won't touch it. I won't do anything to it. Now, this piece on the bottom is a newer piece, but that's that chippy look. I mean, it's still made out of wood. It's not MDF board, but it's not, I mean, it's not high quality. So it would be like a quick flip. Just wash it off, clean it off, and then I could put it in the booth for a reasonable price because nobody really wanted that piece either, because it's, of course, not an antique, but it's still a cool piece. And I tell you, I shop all the time. I take a few minutes every time I have to go to stock our booth, which is a couple times a week, because I don't like anything big to sell or any larger items to sell and then leave the hole on our shelf. And we're not that far away. So I'll run into, like you've seen the video, there's like 5 antique malls on my way to go to Hog Creek, where we're at. So I will run in, not all of them at the same time, but I'll run in and see if there's anything new. So the haul behind me, I don't necessarily always show y'all and take you with me, but let me show you the goodies I got this week. Oh, So some of this is Salvation Army. I did stop into a Salvation Army. I got that same place that I got those other little door stops the other day. Now they had a couple little nice, and then this beautiful piece, and they had it really cheap. Sometimes just take that tag off. Take the time to take that tag off, and you can sell that better. My personal opinion. I have a thing for these Indian pins, these exercise pins. I love the H Bettina. I do not need another one, but these were in a box with a whole bunch of other ones that didn't have the black stripes that I love. So they were coming home with me. The lantern, the beautiful blue lantern, I think just changed that light out, put some greenery in there. It's a pretty lantern, and I cannot believe how cheap somebody had this bucket. Oh my gosh. Everything about this little bucket. And it was left outside. It was one of her outside items in the weather. Oh, that broke my heart for a second. And then the booth, I don't know, did she watch my video? Because remember, she had the little thing that she had all three of these in there. And I commented, I'm like, I wish she would just take those out and sell those separately. And lo and behold, she did. So I'm like, yeah, yes. Because y'all, that's what you guys want on eBay, are the little bitty ones. And I especially love that cat. So I love this aged cutting board and the details on it. It's perfect. You don't need to do anything to it. And for the viewers who saw my little haul on Facebook, the shopping, yes, I did pick up the swans that need nothing to do them, and I'll pop them on eBay because I am asked to do that. And then there was another little metal mouse in that same. Like I said, I don't know where they're buying them because I can't touch for what they're selling. When I go on to wholesales, I can't even sell them for that price. One booth, I don't know if it's because she didn't have a complete set of the mushroom Pyrex, but I'm like, oh my gosh, it was like $10 a piece for those pieces. So I know I can make money there. She had the Santa really cheap in her booth because he didn't have any boots. Great project piece for my Christmas vignettes. I have a little bit of a story on the Santa mugs. I never pass up Santa mugs. And I don't, these just happen to be Pottery Barn, I think they were. Yeah, Pottery Barn. But I love at Christmas to decorate with. So it's funny, I was just happened to be checking out, and a lady had, that it was her booth, her and her husband's booth, said, hey, my Santa mugs are gone, just in case, and I'm like, I was behind her, I'm like, well, I'm buying your Santa mugs. So it was really cool. I got to meet the lady that I have done lots of social media posts of her booth. She loves the chippy, she'd love that chair. The chippy paint, the old salvage like I do, the old brushes like I do. I purchased a lot of her ironstones. So it was super fun to be able to meet the person that had that booth. So I was thanking her for my Santa mugs. Then Salvation Army, oh my gosh, I got 3 of these. So they're Magnolia Home Target. Somebody must have used them for a wedding because the lady that I bought these from, she's from the area I'm from. And so she spied these in my car. I have my daughter's car right now. But she's like, hey, did you just get those at the Salvation Army? Because I picked some of those up too. They're a great deal. So we can paint them. We can stage them. They're gorgeous. And I love the shape of this one. I did get this on that antique wall. I think cover up the stars maybe. Put a little something in there, a little scene in there, because I got to do something with some height. So we'll see what I come up with for this. So yes, over here you'll see the other 2. I have a little bit of the last haul that Chris hasn't had time to take care of and price. But yeah, I've got 3 of these, so I thought it would be fun to paint. Like leave one as is, paint 2 different colors on the other, and see what we can fill these in. They just need cleaned. They do open up. So yeah, they open up. So you have it into them if you needed to, but they're beautiful. That brass metal, they are very well made. Let me see if I can flip it without hurting anything. So yes, $7.99 a piece. I thought was a good deal, but then they were Joanne Gaines lines, Hearth and Home. So the last things that I got at auction, I don't normally do a lot of like hanging pictures, but talking to the friend, there's a ton of that artwork. It was mostly all her artwork. So either she took the picture, she framed it, she painted the picture, or she bought signed pieces. So I did pick up a few pieces. So they all have a little bit of like, I thought that would wipe off, but I'm just going to have to sell it as is because it's just how it's going to be. But this is yet again an artist signed piece of a beautiful horse. It has, and then this one, I don't read this language. I love the little lip marks on it. And then how this was, I don't know if that's a photo or how they made it, but that was just a cool piece. Somebody would, there's lots of horse lovers out there. And then this black and white piece, yet again, it's signed by the artist, and it's a beautiful black and white. Barn horses, love it all. And then I fell in love with the red color on this cabin. Oh, just beautiful yet again. I think it's probably more a watercolor type. I don't know. I'm not an artist, but it is another signed piece. And unfortunately, I think they were kept out where they got some moisture. So, but I'm just going to try to sell them as is because then you have to disturb the backs, which I don't want to do. So we'll just see. We'll see. Look at, love that.
Okay, so at the auction yesterday, some of the things that I was able to win bids on, people like these little mini bench clamps. They are simple because they just mount right onto your bench. There was this mini one here also. This one actually bolts down, but look at this behemoth. So that is a huge vise. So I'll have to look that one up and see what it's worth. I don't keep these. These all go in the booth. I've got a newer vise and it suits my purpose. Something that I am going to keep though, and I've wanted for a while now, is this plunge router. These things resell for about 300 bucks, and I think I paid 50 for it. But what's neat is it's got a little lever on the back. You flip that up and you can plunge into the wood and then start your routing on it. I also got a draw knife. This one definitely needs to be cleaned up. I have not looked at it to see if it's got any markings on it. Most of the time they do on the hilt right there. I don't see any, but that's because there's a ton of rust. Towards the end of the auction, he started going through all the tools, the art tools, and there was this two-headed axe. No one was bidding on it, so I picked this up. And then also, I won the bid on, he did the whole box of oil cans. And the one that I was really looking at was this. This is a rectangular shape, not very common. You can see it probably had a label on it. It might have actually been for like vacuum cleaners or sewing machines, I'm not sure. And then Yvonne's got some projects she's gonna do for you all with this. And other big ones in here, as long as they clean up. All right, so some things that Yvonne picked up. I saw this and I said, oh, I've sold these before. I said, actually, I just sold the last one. And I was thinking, whew, thank goodness, because it took forever for me to get rid of it. Yeah, so she picked up the whole box thinking that that's what I wanted. So it looks like I've got a lifetime supply of beer bottles to try to get rid of. And then I bought these. These are 90-degree guides for when you're putting together like plywood or something. They're woodpeckers, so they're very expensive. And it came with this box of miscellaneous things also. Not really sure what it is. I have not gone through it. And the last thing that I got along that wall of yard tools was this. So this is a hoe that actually you run it this way to wipe the weeds out, and then you do this to loosen up the soil.
So that was fun. I mean, we went for 2 pieces. We didn't even get the 2 pieces, but we came home with some amazing one-of-a-kind, which is I love one-of-a-kind pieces because I think that's a lot of what sells sometimes is one-of-a-kind. And, we all, there's our staples. There's our, you know, our Pyrex, our jadeite, our swung vases, our pantry boxes, you know, are hard to find items. But then there's the one of a kind items that, you know, like I told Chris on our way home, I was like, it's so hard to pass up a one of a kind item because you are never going to see it again. The chances of those terracotta faces, I'm never going to see that version. That skateboard, I've seen versions of the skateboard, but I'm probably never going to find the shark skateboard anytime soon. Furniture pieces were unexpected. I absolutely love them, but just little odds and ends of things. A lot of these pieces today I've never picked up before. So I was like, wow, this is just an amazing sale, and I'm glad that we went to it. So thank you for coming along to the auction with us and seeing what we brought home, what yummies we brought home. Now it's time to get them all cleaned up and get them on where they're going, if they're going into the booth, if they're going in eBay, or if I'm going to decorate my own home with them. So again, thanks for watching today's video. And as always, if you're part of our Journey family, thank you so much. And if you're new and you're checking out this content for the first time, not only do we do auction hauls, we do DIYs, we do home improvements. You just never know what we might pop on this channel. So again, thanks for watching. We will see you next time, and you can see what we're up to. Bye.